Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing cryptocurrencies and how it interacts with tax regulation here in the Kingdom of Thailand. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail, that's pattayamail.com. Article is titled, Thai Lawyer Downplays Expat Visa Awards versus Personal Taxation Worries. Quoting directly, one of the biggest loopholes in tax collection is cryptocurrency, which can lead to investment fraud, mule accounts, and money laundering. For example, traders change currency to stablecoins, then quickly transfer that to a digital asset exchange outside the country, and finally change it to cash again. Quote, the point here is that these crimes are rarely, if ever, connected to retirees living out their later lives here, but they consume a great deal of revenue and police time. So the point that they're trying to make here is like, look, there's always a cost-benefit analysis that any revenue department, be it the Internal Revenue Service of the United States, the Inland Revenue Service in the UK, over here, the Revenue Department, TRD, any of them are going to do a cost-benefit analysis of what is worth their time and effort in terms of determining whether or not to pursue someone for tax, basically, evasion. Now, that's not to say that, oh, if it's just a little, you can always get away with it. Look, the fact of the matter is their tracking technology is getting really good to the point of being Orwellian levels of eerie in the fact that they really can track and trace basically every transaction in the banking system now. And as a result of this, you know, look, the tax regime is going to become very cumbersome. Now, cumbersome is the wrong word, but it will be thorough. And by 2030, I expect it will be very thorough. We're still kind of going through the gray area phase where it's still kind of being phased in, and we haven't actually seen just how thorough they can be. But that said, it's getting better. And the thing to take away from this video and understand is, look, yeah, there's all kinds of ways to mess around with the crypto system. But at the end of the day, if you are found to be in some kind of evasion here in Thailand or found to have any kind of tax liability and you fail to go ahead and pay off that tax liability, it could lead to a situation wherein you're going to find yourself in real problems where you're paying even more than what you would have paid under the circumstances if you would have just ponied it up at the beginning and dealt with it at the time you needed to deal with it. If you sort of let it sort of metastasize, it could become more of a problem later. That said, the Revenue Department itself is saying, well, it's pretty tough to track this stuff. I'm not advocating, relying on non-enforcement. At the same time, clearly, cryptocurrency makes things complex in terms of analysis of both accessibility, liability, and possible enforcement of tax regulations here in the Kingdom of Thailand.